Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Todd. Welcome to Fillet and Release. Today it's Saturday again, and we are going to a lake that will be packed. I do believe. Ain't there yet, but it is 5 o'clock in the evening, so we have roughly 3 hours of daylight to fish. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's more like 4, but 3.5, 3 hours to be on the safe side. We're going after walleye in this lake. Won't be able to troll. Never really trolled for walleye. I'm like to give it a shot. But tonight is going to be Lindy rig, a night crawler, and possibly slip bobbering a night crawler and tossing around a jig. So we're going to concentrate with the night crawler. For one, leeches are almost non-existent in a bait store right now. They are gone. Minnows, they'll just die on my hook before they get a fish attracted to them. So night crawlers, slow, you know. If I do troll, it's going to be with some Lindy rig, little guys. I'll show you that stuff when I'm out there rigging it up. So right now, let's hope the boat ramp ain't packed. Let's get on the water and get to fishing. Trolling motor. Always put that down before you're ready to spotlight. Alright, so at the first spot for the day, or evening, should I say. And as you can see, it's a little wavy out here. We do have boat traffic. Everything behind me is just homes. Everything out in front of me is all boats. So, during these rough conditions and nice green water, tells me an algae bloom hit this place pretty good. Let's see if we can't find something about 19 foot on some cribs. If we can't find that, we're going to shoot into shore and fish a little shallower water ledges and see if we can't pull anything up like that. So I get out to the spot. First thing I do is I go ahead and slap out a slip bobber, and just kind of at a common or normal practice, I guess you could say. Well, boat's fixing to start rocking pretty hardcore right now. It's about where I lost the camera last time, but I was smarter this time. I got it strapped down. Alright, so I may seem like I know what I'm doing out here, but I am from Florida. And living up here in Wisconsin, fishing for walleye. I've done it did it quite a bit this year so far in the spring, all the way up beginning of July, and I haven't caught nothing since then. But up here is a little different than what I'm used to fishing. It's a lot of algae blooms that happen in the lake. My understanding is these algae blooms aren't helping the fishing. And then you got all the boats running around. I think it makes the fish kind of shut off. But right now the lake's pretty green. I am not getting nothing on my slip bobber, and I'm not even getting a nibble with a jig out here in 17 to 20. Well, I take that back. Thought I had a hit and I lost my worm, part of it. So we're gonna give it another shot. Maybe there's something there, maybe not, but we'll give it about 30 more minutes and then we'll go hit some shallower area, 13, 15 foot of water, and fish a ledge, slow drop, cast out, throw a Lindy rig, drag it across the bottom, see if we can't get something to pick it up. At this point, it could be anything. I'd be happy with it. Alright, so moved off the cribs and got a few nibbles, but I think they were just bluegill, brim, whatever you want to call them, crappie. So, you know, hopefully go up here, water's real dirty, real stirred up from all the boat activity out here today. So now wind's starting to pick up a little bit. As you can hear, there is a huge party, probably 200 yards from me. So we're giving it a shot. Cast over here, I got some rocks over to the left, and you know, we're gonna float a crawler through there. I might throw a bucktail jig every now and then, but I'll work a crawler for the most part throughout this area. It's a little bit shallower, so if there's anything hanging along this edge of size, you know, we should be able to get them. See what we got going here. It's got some weight. I think I should have my net. Oh, running on me. Ladies and gentlemen, walleye. First one in 5 weeks. Finally figured out where they're kind of sitting. Get a measurement on him. If he's in slot, he's gonna be dinner. 22 inches under slot, or over slot, sorry. We're gonna throw him back. Bleeding a little bit, so we'll hurry up and get him back in. Get this hook out of him. There we go. So he hooked deep, he bled all over the place. So clean the boat up, retie, snap my line, and get back out there. Only way to do it. Although it does feel good. Caught a walleye, first time in a long time. I would net them, but unfortunately I put my camera right on top of the compartment that holds my net. And today, along with floating a night crawler, throwing Caitlin's mini jerk shad on a Caitlin's jig head. It's got a little rattle in it, so every time you give it a good snap, she rattles. So hoping to pick something up on a active bait instead of just floating around, but I'm not going to complain if I catch them all on slip bobber. So I put the walleye in my live well. He was bleeding pretty good from the hook. I mean, he bled all over my boat. I mean, I didn't think he was gonna quite make it, but he is over slot. So, I mean, 22-inch, nice walleye. Yeah, beautiful. Can't beat it. Wisconsin walleye. But we're gonna let him go. He revived himself. It didn't look like he was gonna die in my live well, at least. He's been in there for a good 30 minutes. Water running. So we're gonna let him go finally. And be happy. All right, and we're gonna be grateful because walleye have been hard to catch here as of late. That's the first walleye I said in 5 weeks. So, you know, it feels good. Caught them. They kind of got it figured out. You know, they're not out deep. They're up here in the shallower stuff, fishing a ledge from 3 foot of water down to 20. So, and it's kind of spread out, just kind of running the whole thing. But, you know, using slip bobber setup, I have now 2 out. And we'll, you know, give it a little longer. It's about 7:30 now, so we've been out here about 2.5 hours and 1 fish of all. So, you know, maybe it'll pick up as the sun sets a little bit more. As you can hear, there's no more music, and a lot of the people have left and went home. It's a lot calmer out here on the water, not as noisy, and maybe the fishing will pick up after that. So let's keep at it, see what we get. Stay tuned. Fish on. Feels like another good walleye. Oh, yes it is. Barely hooked. All right, here we go. Another nice Wisconsin walleye. Beautiful. Number 2 for the night. Just stoked. Let's get a measurement of him. 21 inches, just over slot. He'll be going back also, but that's what we came out for. Oh, and it makes me feel good. That's what we want. Come out on a day where the boats are just crazy. Now, just so happened, you know, everyone's gone home, but there's still a lot of boats out here. And catching walleye, something I haven't been able to do for 5 weeks, trying to figure them out, trying to learn these fish, because I don't know much about fishing up here. But I am learning, and I'm bringing y'all along for the trip. So, hope you're enjoying this. But let's get another night crawler out, float them along, see if we can't catch another one. So with the gear I'm using today, and you know, I'm using a 7'2" medium rod. Usually, you know, I use medium light, and that's what I like to use. But I like a little length in mind for live baits, at least. But I'm using slip bobber technique, using a 1/4 ounce weighted thrill bobber. Slip bobber's got the brass bottoms, the brass tops. Got a little bead up top to stop it from going past my bumper, and swivel with, yeah, I'd say 3 foot of leader, you know, 10-pound test, nothing heavy. You know, fish move real slow and watch everything real good, but then I also throw a little split shot on to help get that live bait down quicker and stay there. All right, so the sun's setting. I'm starting to see some activity out here. I see some stuff running across the top. Could be a bunch of bait fish swimming around right here, but I'm still floating some crawlers. Moved over a little bit shallower. Give it a shot. You know, riddled with all kinds of, you know, obstacles today. We had the boat traffic out here, which, you know, wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be today. I think the storms this morning pushed a lot of people from it, but as you heard, there was a big old party out here, music going. With all the boats running around, especially in shallow stuff, stirring up the bottom. We got grass just moving everywhere with the wind pushing it. So slip bobbers become challenging, so to say. You know, it's gone good. Brought in 2 fish, you know, and I wasn't hanging my hat up on walleye today. I thought I'd be switching over to bass, you know, and I still could, but, you know, found the spot where some walleye are hiding. Just pulled up 2 beautiful green ones, and, you know, now sun setting, I'm gonna have to be getting out of here shortly. And I figured I'll run it until it gets a little darker and see what happens. Fishing on credit doesn't catch you fish. Get another worm on. It's getting dark here. I'm gonna pull up, I'm gonna run back to the boat ramp, get loaded, get on out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed it. You know, only 2 fish, but, you know, it's all we can do. You know, can't make a deal with fish, tell them to bite my hook. All's good.